cocaine 20 plus years. And it's hard because one, I didn't get to learn how to treat women from the woman that gave birth to me. And I don't hold that against her because this is the road that I had to travel. This is what God wanted me to go through. And she went through something that I don't believe I can handle. My mother was the parent of two kids at by the age of 20. Me 16, my sister at 20 years old, lost her husband while she was 20 as well. You know, and it steered her up to the life that she did have. But my mother has been clean from drugs the last 7, 8 years. She's been saved and with God, but it's rough because a man's first relationship is with his mother. A daughter's first relationship is with her father. And I didn't have that relationship, so the non-relationship that me and my mother had affected me in my relationships and growing up because I didn't know how to treat women. I didn't know how to say, how was your day? Didn't know how to say thank you. Didn't know how to say I love you to the woman I dated because I couldn't find myself to say I love you to my own mother. You know, so I did find myself in my second childhood because I didn't get a chance to be a child. You know, I was too busy being my mother's son, my mother's husband, my sister's brother, my sister's father, and various things, and also trying to shield myself from what was going on. So I didn't really have the chance to get that childhood out. So yes, I am a victim of being in my second childhood in my late 20s and realizing, finding that there is a God late in my 20s and learning how to treat better, women better, and still a work in progress. And me and my mother's relationship is still a work in progress as well. We're much better off. You know, we came from a time where we used to walk past each other in the street like we didn't know each other. You know, now we can sit in the room and conversate. It may be a little hesitant and funny if she tried to give me parental advice on how to talk to my sons, but it's a natural progression of what God had brought us from to where we are now. And I'm very happy for her that, you know, she's got through what she's got through, and just got to leave it up to God. But it's been a rough ride, and I take it out in my writing. So if I want to write something, I go back on the pain because I physically hurt my mother, do things that a young man or child wouldn't want to hear their mother do, you know, to support her drug habit, you know, different men coming in and out of the house. I can vividly remember one time my mother had her arm broken by a gentleman that she was dating, and they broke up. 2 weeks later, he's on America's Most Wanted for killing another woman. You know, so as a young man, you can't do nothing to protect your mother. You know, so these are some of the situations that we were put in, and only God covered us through half these things. You know what I mean? So to shield my sister from seeing the drug abuse and the different men coming in and out, it was tough, but you know, that's what makes us who we are today. And I do what I do, so hopefully I can reach the young man that's going through what I went through, or the young girl that's sitting there and don't believe there's a way out. You know, writing was my way out. I hated the things that she did in front of her. I wouldn't flat out say I hated her. I hated the things that she did. I hated the positions that she put us in. And I also hated the evolution of crack. You know what I mean? Because crack destroyed my family and other families. But it did let me know that this is something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to use drugs. I didn't want to sell drugs because I didn't want to do to another family what was done to mine. So thank God for the grandmothers and aunts that were in my life who would teach me right from wrong. But they didn't teach me life skills or how to treat a woman because they had their own lives going on. You know, so they did a great job of shielding in a lot of areas. But as far as answer your question, no, I didn't hate my mother. I just hate the position she's put us in. I hate the situation, but as you get older, you realize God had a plan. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that she came through what she had to go through, and she's made it out. So I'm happy for her. But no, I didn't hate her. You know, seek role models. I'm not going to tell him don't listen to him because it's out there. You know, we can't sugarcoat to the kids that it's not out there because negative sells. And the average kids, what they see on TV, they want to be. You know, they want to be a hustler, they want to be a boss, they want to be a rapper, they want to be this, that, and the third. But they got to understand there's a penalty that comes with that way. Even if you're putting up a facade, a fake image, that image can come back and haunt you. You know what I mean? Even if you're really going out there doing it, it may not come back and hurt you, but it can come back and affect your family members. People may want to rob you or hurt you or do this, that, and the third, or get what you have, and they may not be able to get to you. They may be able to get to your family members, your mother, your sister, your cousin, but it's definitely not the way to go because it can only end up in so many ways, dead or in jail. You know what I mean? And there's no life insurance or health plan for drug dealers. You know what I mean? So you want to get something where you can bounce back on. Your teeth hurt, go get a regular job, you have health care. You can't do that if you're out there hustling. You know what I mean? So drugs is definitely not the way to go. And unfortunately, some people are going to go out there and try the game, and the game in the streets don't love you back. You know what I mean? I've been out there. I've sold illegal handguns. I turned my 9mm handgun into my church years ago. My church had a service of give anything you want to give up. I left service, and my son, with a friend of mine, went home, got a 9mm gun, took the clip out, put it in the basket. It was in the Daily News 2 days later. I didn't want no press because I didn't do it for the press. I did it because I had no reason to walk around East New York, Brooklyn with a gun anymore or trying to sell guns. So it's nothing there for you. Nothing positive can come out of it at the end of the day. And a lot of rappers are selling facades because image sells. And, you know, so there's nothing positive can come out of it. So I would definitely say to a young kid, get around somebody that can pray for you. Get around somebody that is beneficial to you, that's doing positive things. But do know that there are bad things out there, and there's a penalty and cost that comes with it. You can find the radio station at www.thejayeveryday.com. That's THEJAY everyday.com. Click on the radio station tab, press the play button. You can check us out 6 days a week, any night from 6:30, 7 o'clock on to almost 11 o'clock midnight.